Welcome to Mindblow, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning. The West Philippine Sea is tense. A Philippine supply boat heads for the BRP Sierra Madre at Ayungin Shoal, carrying vital provisions for Marines stationed there, but it's not alone. On the horizon, Chinese Coast Guard vessels appear, moving to intercept. The Chinese ships cut across the supply boat's path, trying to block its progress. This is the new front line, not missiles, but water cannons, sirens, and steel. The Philippine crew holds its course, determined to complete their mission. Today, something is different. A gray-hulled Alvarez-Class patrol vessel joins the convoy. Its presence signals a shift. The Philippines is no longer just documenting harassment, but actively defending its rights. The Alvarez-Class ship positions itself between the Chinese vessels and the supply boat, forming a protective shield. The crew is calm, professional, and ready. The Chinese commanders hesitate. This is no longer a civilian encounter. The presence of a commissioned naval warship forces them to reconsider their tactics. The standoff is recalibrated. Their most aggressive moves are paused. The Alvarez-Class complicates China's playbook, making escalation riskier. For the Filipino sailors, the naval escort is a relief, a sign their nation stands with them. This act of defiance marks a new strategy, assertive, visible, and unyielding. The world watches as the Philippines draws a line in the water. The Chinese ships shadow, but the supply mission continues. The message is clear: the Philippines will not back down. In these contested waters, resolve is now met with resolve. The Alvarez-class ships began as island-class cutters in the United States Coast Guard, patrolling American waters for decades. When decommissioned, they found new life through the U.S. Excess Defense Articles program, which transfers surplus military equipment to allies. For the Philippines, these ships were a strategic boost, affordable, reliable, and ready for new missions. Before transfer, the cutters were refurbished and upgraded for Philippine service. Upon arrival, they were renamed after Filipino naval heroes, symbolizing their new identity. No longer just law enforcement vessels, they became naval patrol ships tasked with defending Philippine sovereignty. Their mission expanded, from policing to national defense, especially in contested waters like the West Philippine Sea. This transition was more than a change of flag, it was a strategic upgrade. The ships now project Philippine presence and enforce maritime rights. These former American sentinels are now Filipino guardians, ready for the challenges ahead. Their journey reflects a deepening U.S.-Philippine alliance. The Alvarez-class stands as a testament to partnership and adaptation. The Alvarez-class patrol ships are compact, about 34 meters long, making them ideal for the shallow, contested waters of the Philippines. Their small size means lower operating costs and greater agility, perfect for patrol and interception. Powered by twin diesel engines, they reach speeds up to 30 knots, allowing them to quickly respond to threats or shadow foreign vessels. Their main weapon, a 25mm chain gun, backed by .50 caliber machine guns, enough to deter non-state actors and lightly armed militia. They're not built for heavy combat, but for real-world maritime security. Modern navigation and communication systems keep them connected with command and other ships. Each carries a rigid-hulled inflatable boat for boarding, rescue, or rapid response. The Alvarez class is practical, versatile, and tailored for the Philippines' daily maritime challenges. They're not about power projection, they're about presence and protection. In the West Philippine Sea, that's exactly what's needed. The Alvarez-class ships are the Philippines' frontline defenders at sea. Their presence deters illegal fishing, poaching, smuggling, and piracy, protecting the nation's blue economy. They escort Filipino fishermen and supply boats, ensuring safe access to traditional fishing grounds and remote outposts. These ships gather intelligence, documenting every encounter with foreign vessels for diplomatic and legal action. Their footage and logs expose violations and support the Philippines' case internationally. They're also training grounds for the next generation of sailors, building skills and professionalism. Every patrol strengthens the Navy's readiness and resolve. The Alvarez class is shaping both the present and future of Philippine maritime defense. The West Philippine Sea is a gray zone, conflict without open war, dominated by coercion and intimidation. China's Coast Guard and maritime militia swarm disputed areas, harassing others while avoiding outright combat. The Alvarez-Class ships are the Philippines' answer military vessels that signal resolve without escalating to war. Their presence raises the stakes for any act of aggression, but their size avoids provocation. When deployed, they monitor, document, and communicate, showing the world the Philippines is defending, not provoking. This persistent proportional presence counters China's ambiguity. The Alvarez-class forces a choice back down, or risk direct confrontation with a sovereign navy. They turn vulnerability into strength, meeting intimidation with resilience. In the gray zone, these ships are the Philippines' masters of measured response. They stand their ground, without firing a shot. The Alvarez-class ships are cost-effective, acquired through U.S. surplus. They expand the fleet without straining the budget. Their low operating costs allow for frequent extended patrols, crucial for persistent presence in contested waters. Their speed and shallow draft let them patrol where larger ships can't, from shoals to island channels. They're true multi-role vessels, law enforcement, escort, surveillance, and deterrence. But they have limits. Their age means constant maintenance, and spare parts are a challenge. They lack advanced sensors and heavy weapons, so they can't match modern warships in open combat. Their role is focused maritime security and gray zone operations, not high-end warfare. The Navy must invest in support and modernization to keep them effective. The Alvarez-class is a workhorse, not a silver bullet. They're essential, but only part of a balanced fleet. The Alvarez-class ships strengthen alliances, especially with the United States. They participate in joint exercises like Balikatan, training Filipino crews and building interoperability. These ships also join multilateral drills with partners like Australia, Japan, and ASEAN, reinforcing a shared commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Their presence makes the Philippines a credible regional security partner. The success of the Alvarez-class is shaping future naval strategy. More patrol vessels, persistent presence, smarter defense. They symbolize a shift resourceful, determined, and unyielding in the face of pressure. While not the most powerful, they embody courage and strategy. In today's complex conflicts, it's not always the biggest ship that prevails. Sometimes victory belongs to those who simply refuse to leave.